Alrighty, so I thought it'd be a lot cooler to actually recite a poem or two, or one really long poem instead of typing out all these things, because I figured it'd be a lot cooler for you to grade as a professor. So yeah, here we go. We are turning into a headset nation. From Bluetooth to YouTube, our head is set in this mentality of millions. Unable to break loose and use what this earth is giving, we choose to avoid living for the greater good. As we use our resources, grow in armed forces, preparing for what we are already destroying ourselves. You see, religions have been turning into a dime a dozen, from Catholics to Muslims, and if we could all just step back and analyze the fact that we are simply people searching for a better life, fighting for our human rights, maybe we could stop the pain and regain what we are undeniably diminishing: ourselves. You see, if I committed to a religion, it would be full of only smiling faces from our own good graces, celebrating every day, calibrating every way to make the next day the best, and we would pass the test of time and not stay behind the lines because we would create them. If I believed in God, I would pray for evolution, so we could change and turn the pages to the most blissful book ever created, our own Bible. Every word carved in blood as we flooded the pages with tears of joy, because the story of our life would bring sun to the night in the first syllable as we read at our daily celebrations, because equality is now this understatement that is underrated in reality, and this new mentality would spread through the cities like fire, and that burning desire to tell somebody good job, or you're beautiful, or I love you would no longer be locked in the depths of our minds in the cold shadows of restraint. Instead, we'd be running full steam ahead, naked, with face paint, anticipating the number of ways we would tell them several times. You see, there would not be enough lines in this Bible to describe the number of ways we would celebrate every day, every breath, every second would be better than the next, and I intend to break the hex that so many have been trapped inside, confined and refined within the lines that were established through stories. Follow me and I'll make weed and ecstasy and mushrooms unnecessary, because we'd be high on life. But I can't create this tonight. So instead I'm going to write how the world has literally lost the purity of water. How our rivers and streams are molested with debris, and I don't even want to talk about the sea, not to mention land that's been paved over so Land Rovers can burn these fossil fuels while we're creating this false sense of rules just talking about human rights. Well, there's some little girl in a third world country right now making bowling shoes so you can go out tonight and lose with your friends and pretend everything is okay. I want to read a poem that'll wake you up, that'll shake you into sanity, break you out of the world and off the path that so many lives have been lost on. See, I wish I could have been there so I could have taught Burke and Wills and Lois and Clark how to have embarked on an adventure with no physical destination, because the only hesitation to move forward would have been to look back at all the lines we've crossed and become lost within ourselves. You see, I want to be one of those people who tells grandfather stories that they don't even understand, and have palm readers scream as they look at my hand while I wave to passing crowds looking like cattle herds. I want to perfectly express these emotions in words and explode these poetic terms in your deaf ears, but you still hear and understand because it's just so damn beautiful. See, I'm one of those people who obviously doesn't sleep at night, because I stay up late contemplating the meaning of life with a pen and paper but no will to write, so I scream my dreams to the frickin' computer screen while socialism still exists and some little girl's still getting raped on that date, and I'm so selfish I can't even wait for my next trip to take place, because what a selfish mentality we are built to have. What a false version of glad, happiness, freedom, or joy. We are children in adult worlds, atoms and pawns, always needing something to lean on for comfort. Cars, cell phones, AC, it's like we're abusing the opportunity that we're free. You see, for a while I thought I knew it all. I went through the stages and skipped through the pathetic pages of life, but now I sit before you half a hypocritical dick, doing nothing but complaining in the only way I know how. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do more than my share of community service, I recycle galore, and I clean, and I dream of seeing every corner of this world. But how long will that even be an option? Because we humans as a majority are spoiling ourselves rotten.